Who is running the United States of America right now? Because I don't think it's President Biden. I just don't.
Well, it's a great question, but he obviously did something because he just announced $8 more billion in military assistance for Ukraine.
Oh my God!
Today he noticed that. So this, let's just go into this a little bit. So right now we've given Ukraine $56 billion, and now Biden has approved an additional $8 billion. Now Congress did approve nearly $175 billion package, like we could give, and then the president gets to dole out the money as he sees fit.
So they pledged a lot more than that so far.
They've pledged to spend a lot more. Now, you know what's interesting? The number, that number is more than we've spent on NASA in nearly a decade. Like, you know, going into space, exploring, protecting the planet from asteroids, things like that. So we've given now Ukraine more than we've spent on the NASA program in a decade. Now, here's what's really interesting is, like, who's getting the money? So a lot of people will say, well, you know, here's the thing. Ukraine's not getting all that money. Most of that money is coming back to the U.S. And they would be accurate.
The war machine.
Yes. So this makes companies like General Dynamics, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, it makes them very rich, right? Now, what's interesting about this and what's wrong with this? So some people say, well, it's okay. The money's coming back in. Well, it's making these companies very rich. And I would argue it's making some people very, money. Maybe it's paying for the jobs for the people who work there, who make the weapons that we're reproducing. So there's some of that going on. But what it's really doing is it's making their board members ultra wealthy.
Yeah,
the people who own the ultra wealthy. And guess where the politicians go to serve on boards after they leave the government?
Yes, this is what's so dirty about
those boards. That's where those companies.
Yes.
Those very companies. Okay. And so that what they're doing is, in a way, these politicians, including people, and Biden's old, so maybe he doesn't count, but he's probably just going to retire after this or die. I don't know. So in a lot of ways, they're planning their own future earnings. They're setting up their future wealth.
Yeah. This is the exact problem. Like what you just said is so important, Shane, because the people that are sending money to Ukraine, who is sending it back to the American war machine, the companies that are actually profiting from it, and they're profiting. Let me tell you something, right? They are war profiteering right now. Those people then go to work as advisors, CEOs, and various different fluff positions at these exact same businesses when they leave office.
That's right. Yep.
That, like, does no one not see how ridiculous, what a ridiculous conflict of interest that is?
They do, but nobody does anything about it. So my question is, and honestly, you're asking the right question, because, the reality is these politicians, they never want this war to end. These companies, they keep making money. Of course they don't. Right. But our tax dollars are paying to build up these companies. And so wouldn't I love to own a company that the government gives me endless amounts of money to operate? See what I'm saying? So, it's just not fair.
We should stop doing YouTube and start doing bullet making or whatever.
We would be really bad at that.
Yeah, we would not be very good at it. I agree.
So yeah, the total's now going to be $64 billion in actual money spent.
So 64 billion with a B has been spent, and over 160 has been pledged, right?
Yeah, 175 billion.
175 billion has been pledged. Do you understand how insane those numbers are?
I can't even fathom that much money.
I can't, like the number is like so it's shocking to me. These numbers are, whether you agree with the war, whether you hate Russia, if maybe you're buying the propaganda, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like, bottom line is, it's a proxy war that we are funding, not for morality's sake, because you could be like, well, Putin is evil. Fine. And? What? If he gets Ukraine, he's gonna take over the rest of the world. No, he's not. That's insane. he'll start World War III. No, this might start World War III. They can't afford to do anything. Like, how many government shutdowns have we had since the Ukraine war, yet we're still sending billions of dollars?
Well, we're never going to balance the budget. But yeah, no, you're right. And it is insanity, and it will continue.